Hello and welcome to this Prepare for IELTS Speaking video. In this video, we'll look at this topic, staying up late. So these are the kinds of questions they might ask you for this topic. Let's take a look. In a word, shattered. Many IELTS candidates use in a word incorrectly. They say in a word and then give a long sentence following it. In a word means in one word, so you should always follow it by only one word. In a word, yes. In a word, no. In a word, shattered. Shattered means very tired. Shattered. A copious amount of, very good for IELTS writing too, or you can say copious amounts of, a large amount of, a copious amount of. To function properly means to be like a normal human being, to feel like your normal self, to function properly. Grumpy means being in a slightly angry mood because you're annoyed at something or are feeling tired. I have a teenage son, and he is often quite grumpy. Unbroken sleep. This is what every parent dreams of, and it means sleep without waking up or being woken up. Unbroken sleep. How do you feel in the morning after staying up late? In a word, shattered. I need to drink a copious amount of coffee before I'm able to function properly. I'm often quite grumpy too if I don't get at least 8 hours unbroken sleep a night. To sleep in. This means to stay in bed until later than normal. So if you normally get up at 7 a.m, but then you get up at 9 a.m. one day, say on a Saturday, this is to sleep in. At the crack of dawn. A very useful phrase for IELTS speaking, and it means very early in the morning, at the crack of dawn. Another good phrase, in the early hours. This means like 1 a.m, 2 a.m, the hours after midnight. In the early hours. Do you sometimes sleep late? When I was younger, I used to sleep in all the time. But I've found that as I get older, I wake up at the crack of dawn, even if I've gone to bed in the early hours. Strict. If your parents are strict, they have rules that must be obeyed. Strict. To stick to a routine means to do the same things at the same time every day. So my parents were pretty strict and stuck to a routine. Chilled. If someone is chilled, they're a bit more relaxed, easygoing. Chilled. Past my bedtime means later than you normally go to sleep. Past my bedtime. Did you ever go to bed late when you were a child? My parents were pretty strict and stuck to a routine, so I had to be in bed early on a school night. In the holidays, they were a bit more chilled and let me stay up past my bedtime. Me time. This is quite a modern phrase, and it means time to do what you want to do. Me time. One of my favourite phrases for IELTS speaking, to recharge my batteries. It's a great idiomatic expression, and it's something that we all need to do from time to time, to recharge my batteries, to regain some energy. To binge watch, another quite modern phrase, and it means to watch an episode of a TV programme, then watch another episode and another and another, to binge watch. What do you like to do when you stay up late? My perfect evening would be a bit of me time to recharge my batteries. You know, something like a long hot bath and then binge watch a couple of episodes of whatever drama I'm watching. I tend to go, I usually go. Tend to plus infinitive. I tend to go. I turn into. If you turn into something, you become that thing. I turn into a night owl. A night owl is a person who likes staying up late. An early bird is a person who likes getting up early. A night owl. To lie in or have a lie in is the same as to sleep in. Have a lie in, to sleep later. Do you go to bed early or stay up late? It depends on the day of the week. On weekdays, I tend to go to bed early, but at weekends, I turn into a night owl because I can have a lie-in the next morning. If I remember rightly, a great phrase for IELTS speaking because you're often trying to remember things and you probably can't remember them very clearly. If I remember rightly. I think this is right, but I'm not 100% sure. A few weeks back, a few weeks ago. Notice I've used I was watching a drama because IELTS examiners love the past continuous. To get engrossed in something or to be engrossed in something, you are giving it your full attention. You are fascinated by it. You love it. I got engrossed in it. I watched 3 episodes in a row. This means one after the other. So you watch one, then you watch another, then another, then another, in a row. Cliffhanger, very good for talking about TV programs, films. A cliffhanger is an exciting situation at the end of the episode and you don't know what will happen next. So it makes you want to watch the next episode. Many TV programs do this because it makes you watch the next episode. A cliffhanger. What did you do last time you stayed up late? If I remember rightly, it was a few weeks back. I was watching a drama and I got engrossed in it. I watched 3 episodes in a row because every episode ended on a cliffhanger and I just couldn't stop watching it. Let's do the quiz now. How can we say to become? To turn into. To turn into. How can we say relaxed, easygoing to describe parents who are not strict? Chilled. Chilled. How can we say being in a slightly angry mood because you are annoyed at something or you are feeling tired? Grumpy. Grumpy. How can we say time to do what you want to do? Me time. Me time. How can we say very early in the morning? At the crack of dawn. At the crack of dawn. How can we say a story or a situation that is exciting because its ending or result is uncertain? A cliffhanger. A cliffhanger. How can we say a large amount of? A copious amount of. A copious amount of. How can we say one after the other? So I watched 3 episodes in a row. In a row. How can we say to sleep late? To have a lie-in. To have a lie-in. And finally, how can we say to do the same things regularly at the same time? To stick to a routine. To stick to a routine.